Hey guys, welcome back to Unknown Capital. Today, for Fight and Profile Episode 3, we bring you Jorge Masvidal.
The fight clock is brought to you by Modelo.
So let's get right into the video.
Jorge Masvidal has an MMA record of 35-14. So he's got 35 victories and 14 losses. And he's currently number 4 ranked in the UFC welterweight division. But before we get to the UFC, let's talk about his early days when he started his fighting career. Let's start with Jorge Masvidal's early years. His fighting's been a big part of his life, where he's been fighting in many street fights in the streets of Miami. And there's one fight in particular which made him famous, where he fought one of Kimbo Slice's protege, Ray. He knocked him the fuck out. Jorge Masvidal realized that he was born to fight, and in April 2003, that's what exactly he did. He made his MMA debut at an event called Fast or Fearless, and he won his first by unanimous decision. But the fight which really made Jorge Masvidal's MMA career on the map, when he defeated a UFC star called Joe Lonzo. Joe Lonzo was the guy at the time, and Jorge Masvidal just came in and knocked him the fuck out. And everyone's like, this guy was the new dog in the yard to watch out for.
I'm really surprised the Avalon brothers have not stood him up here.
I'm surprised the ref hasn't thought about it. Oh, here Masvidal goes, right as we say that, throwing some heavy punches that landed.
But you know, he's landing them punches, but I don't think he's going to be able to do the damage as he would as if he was on his feet with them punches.
I agree. Body shots.
That was nice.
All right, overwhelming Lazone right now with punches. Man, good fight. Action has slowed down in the second round, but this is another exciting fight. Big shot!
So after Jorge Masvidal knocked out Joe Lizzo, he was the real fucking deal. And Jorge Masvidal fought for different promotion companies until April 2009, where he signed his contract for Bellator. And Bellator won one of the biggest promotion companies at the time. And this is when Jorge Masvidal made his Bellator debut by entering the lightweight championship tournament. And he made it to the semi-finals, but unfortunately got done by Darce choke. And after this, Jorge Masvidal went up to the welterweight, where he went on a rampage, where he knocked out people, where he submitted them, where he won by unanimous decision. And Jorge Masvidal was going on a really, really good run. So after Jorge Masvidal went on a Bellator rampage, he signed his contract with Strikeforce, and Strikeforce were one of the best MMA companies at that time. They're the likes of Frank Mir, the likes of Danny Cormier, the likes of Alistair Overeem, and him joining Strikeforce just made the roster even better. And he went on a Strikeforce rampage where he just knocked out motherfuckers after motherfuckers after motherfuckers. And he got all the way to fighting for the championship belt, but unfortunately lost by unanimous decision.
Strikeforce will return.
And this has been a big part of Jorge Masvidal's life, where a lot of things have gone by split decision or unanimous decision, where he could have easily won. And after him going on this Strikeforce rampage, Strikeforce unfortunately got dissolved in 2013. And this is when he got picked up by the UFC. So Jorge Masvidal won his UFC debut, where he defeated by Tim Mintz by unanimous decision. And after that, he won 2 fights in a row, then lost 2 fights after that. So his lightweight record is very mixed, but he's beaten the likes of Michael Chiesa, and no one thought he'll beat Michael Chiesa because he choked him out, and that was so crazy because
very hard to do when a guy's sweaty. He's trying. Under 30 here in the second, and a good round for Jorge Masvidal. Masvidal using that. He's darcing him. He's trying to darce him. Masvidal has 1 career win by submission. Well, his submissions are excellent, Mike. It's just he prefers to strike. But make no mistake about it, he can do it. He's looking for it here. Now, Chiesa's okay right now because of the position of his arm. Because he's got... Oh, it's all over! Beautiful. Jorge Masvidal! Beautiful job. Winner by submission late in the round. It looked like Chiesa had a little space.
Michael Chiesa was known for his ground game. Like, he's known for his ground game. People don't understand. That's like Khabib's known for his ground game. And then Jorge Masvidal came in and choked him. Just imagine just Khabib getting choked by Justin Gaethje. Like, that's never gonna happen. Like, no parallel universe that's gonna happen. Like, that was crazy. Everyone was so shocked. And Jorge Masvidal fought a really good lightweight contenders. He fought Ali Quinta, but sadly lost. But everyone knew that the lightweight division wasn't the right weight for Jorge Masvidal, because welterweight was where he could show his most skills. And that's what he exactly did, where he moved up to welterweight in 2015.
So in 2015, Jorge Masvidal decides to move up to the welterweight division. And his start was perfect, knocking out Cesar Ferreira in the first fucking round, where they were in the clinch, and then he just throws that right hand, boom, into his temple. And he gets that TKO win. Unfortunately, he was having a hard time in the welterweight division at the time, because after having that perfect start, knocking out Cesar Ferreira, he went and lost like the next 2 fights against Benson Henderson, Lorenz Larkin. And although he did win the next 2 fights after that against Pearson and Jake Ellenberger, as soon as they gave him competition in the welterweight division, people like Damian Maia, a great jiu-jitsu practitioner, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, a brilliant striker, probably one of the greatest strikers in the welterweight division, he lost those fights. And that forced him to go into a hiatus where he had to figure himself out so that he can become a top challenger in that welterweight division. He needed that hiatus. He needed that 2-year layoff so that he could have one of the best years of his MMA career in 2019, where he had 3 fights and won all of them. And the reason why he needed that hiatus is because at the time, like, he had really good potential. In terms of his striking, his boxing, the way he boxes, the way he feints, the way he changes the tempo, it was really clever, and he surprises opponents like Jake Ellenberger.
Masvidal talking some trash now in between exchanges. Oh!
He surprises opponents when he beat Donald Cerrone.
Another knockdown for Gamebred.
Pearson at the time. Like, he had really good potential, and he really abides by the law of it's not all about absolute speed, it's about relative speed, because relative speed is a change of rhythm, something that surprises the opponents. The way he lazily throws a hook and then he surprises them with a quick cross, that type of change of speed, he does it so fucking well. And we see that in the Darren Till fight when he knocked him the fuck out. So during the hiatus, he was alone, no cell phone, no internet, and the only voice that he could hear was his. And that reignited the fire for his love for fighting. So he comes back in 2019, knocking the fuck out of Darren Till in his backyard in London. He did not give a fuck where he was, he knocked him out. And then Ben Askren, 5 seconds. 5 seconds and he runs up to him with a flying knee. Because he knew Ben Askren was going to come in for the takedown. Because we see Ben Askren do that at the start of the Robbie Lawler fight, where I know he won by submission in the first round, but in the start of that Robbie Lawler fight, he just comes straight down trying to take him down, changing levels.
Robbie Lawler in his first UFC start.
And Jorge Masvidal knew that, and he knew that Ben Askren was going to change those levels. And when he changed those levels, he ran into that flying knee.
The fight clock is brought to you by Modelo.
And boom, 5 seconds, done. And then at the end of 2019, he comes up against Nate Diaz. And he beats him the fuck up, man. If you've seen that first round, I've never seen such domination in my life. That first round, yeah, when Nate Diaz tries to clinch him up. And then I just see Jorge Masvidal just shrug him off, gives him the elbow, pushes him off, tries to throw a body kick, but as Nate Diaz's head was low, he ends up catching him in the face and knocking him down straight away in that first round. And throughout the fight, he wins that fight as well. I know the doctor called it off, but we all know that Jorge Masvidal was going to win that fight. But yeah, that attitude change, the mentality change. He did not give a fuck where he was. He was ready to throw some hands and beat the fuck out of people.
Give me reason to be the last motherfucker breathing. Bust my automatic rounds, catch them while they sleeping. Now
and the fact that he took the Kamaru Usman fight in 6 days notice just shows the heart, the mentality, the love for fighting again. And that hiatus served him well. So what makes Jorge Masvidal so special? We all know that his striking is amazing, having a striking accuracy of 48%. And you know what adds to that? That two-piece that he gave to Leon Edwards back in London. He beat two British guys in the backyard. And what also adds to his game is his grappling. He has a grappling accuracy of 52%. That's insane because his game is based around striking, and to be able to land 15 out of 31 attempts, that's pretty good. If he ever needs to use it, he can. What's most impressive is that his game is based around striking and his takedown defense is amazing. And he best showcased that against Damian Maia, a great jiu-jitsu practitioner in the welterweight division. Damian Maia was only able to land 4 takedowns out of 12 attempts. Only 4. And in those 4, you have 3 of them where Jorge Masvidal was able to get up easily after a bit of a scramble. He's very good at scrambling. And you know, him practicing with Colby Covington back in the time at American Top Team, that practice against an NCAA Division 1 wrestler really helped him out. And also, in one of those takedowns that Damian Maia landed, Jorge Masvidal was able to reverse it and give him strikes of his own. And that clearly shows like how much his takedown defense really helps the striking. And that's what makes Jorge Masvidal just so awesome and so sick in the UFC. The way Jorge Masvidal strikes is pretty amazing because he's able to surprise his opponents. And he does this by abiding to the rule of relative speed over absolute speed. Really changing that tempo, really changing the speeds to surprise his opponents. And he does this by just using a lazy left hook, a very lazy one, so that it allows him to change up that speed and surprise them with the cross. And he does this in 2 occasions, well, mainly in 2 occasions. And that was against Pearson and one against Darren Till. And both were brilliant, but that lazy left hook forced out 2 different reactions, which Jorge Masvidal adapted really well. So let me explain. So against Rob Pearson, right? They're fighting in the stance, right? He throws that lazy left hook just to test, just to see what he would do. He's not gonna go bang bang and keep punching. No, that absolute speed never works because it creates a rhythm which the opponent can easily detect. So he's just tapping his guard, and he throws that lazy left hook, forcing Pearson to counter with the cross. So 1 cross. But you think, oh, this lazy left hook keeps him open. That's not true. The reason why that's not true is because the way he throws his hook is not that he throws it with his body facing his opponent, he throws it away from his opponent. So if I'm throwing the lazy left hook like this and he counters, he's away. He throws it away, he's away. And the reason why it does that is because it creates power for Jorge Masvidal's cross. So he throws the lazy hook. He throws the lazy hook, he counters, and then that allows me to throw the jab. But against Pearson, things unexpectedly changed. Because when he throws the jab, he ducks. Pearson is ducking right now. But then, Jorge Masvidal is really good at this, adapting to different conditions. So he throws the jab, thinking that it would land, but he's ducking. So then, he has to use this hand to bring out the hook. Boom! And that knocks down Pearson. And you know, he wins that fight by decision. Then we move on to Darren Till, because this lazy hook brought out a different reaction. So, he's fighting Darren Till. He's on the back foot of this fight. That round 1 was complete domination by Darren Till. But you know, Jorge Masvidal has that strong chin. He doesn't give up. You've never seen him knocked out or anything, so he never gives up. But he does this lazy left hook again just to see Darren Till's reaction. So, he does the lazy left hook, but Darren Till in this case stayed away. Seeing this, he knows how much distance he has to carry out. And he had like a little experiment moment where he lands that right cross and it lands, but he didn't knock him out the first time. But in the second time, he tries it again and it works. So he throws the lazy left hook, boom, and then he changes the tempo and comes quick with that jab, bang. Seeing how Darren Till stepped away, he knows how much distance he has to carry out, how much distance he has to cover. So then when he knocked him out, he does the left hook quicker this time and then throws the cross looking like this. So this is the knockout. He didn't use the left hook. He didn't use that lazy left hook. He changed up the speed so it was more surprising. He went boom straight into Darren Till's chin and knocked him out. That's how Jorge Masvidal changes the tempo and surprises his opponents. Even though Jorge Masvidal's boxing is amazing, his kicks are lethal. He has a variety of kicks, leg kicks, body kicks, and he throws them with so much velocity, ferociousness. It's insane. So let's start off with that. He throws a leg kick really well with the back leg, bang. But his body kicks are lethal. If you see against Nate Diaz, oh my god, you can see how much body, you can hear the slap. Even though the arena is so loud, you can hear that slap. So he's here with the body kick and he just swings it up. Like how Muay Thai kickers kick. Like they swing it up and land with the shin. So it looks like boom, straight. And you can really hear that slap. But what surprised me the most is that I saw him against Jake Ellenberger for a spinning wheel kick. And I know he doesn't do these fancy kicks often, but the fact that he has that in his game can really help him in the future if he was to mix it up. But what I would like to see from Jorge Masvidal, something that I would like to see him do is this. What I would like to see him do is, even though he throws the leg kick really well, or he throws it with the back leg really well, he can use it to like switch it up, kind of like how Israel Adesanya does it. So like he throws the leg kick, and then as the thing is coming for a leg kick, as they come to check it, he can just throw the body kick, boom. So he's really good at the change of tempo with the boxing, but with the kicking, he can use it as a change of levels. He can go with a jab and kick to the leg, or jab and kick to the body, or he kicks the leg and crosses, like mixing it up. Something that could really add to his game, which would be really interesting to see. That just puts his striking in another level. And yeah, that's how Jorge Masvidal uses his kicks, and that's why his striking is just brilliant.
Thanks for watching, guys. Going forward, I want to see Jorge Masvidal fight Nate Diaz again. Both of them are really good style. Even though Nate Diaz didn't turn up in the first fight, we know he will turn up in the second fight.
Personally, I would rather see Jorge Masvidal fight Colby Covington. I think Nate Diaz in the second fight will just be another boxing bag for Jorge Masvidal to box up. And Colby Covington will be the new challenge for Jorge Masvidal, and we can see progress in the welterweight division.
But it's up to Uncle Dana to decide. Please like, subscribe and comment, and we'll see you in the next video.